So it's unlikely that Meghan would have given Prince Harry a second look if he wasn't a prince, says an expert. Yes. I don't think you got to be an expert to know that. Harry and Meghan have been married since 2018 and have 2 children. They seem very much in love and often speak of each other highly. However, one royal expert doesn't believe Meghan would have given Prince Harry a second chance if he wasn't a prince. Meghan says that she and Harry have a close relationship. She compares the way they navigate through life to the way salt and pepper are passed across the table at a meal. Oh my goodness, that is like, Okay, so during an interview with The Cut, she shared the story of what her friend's mother told her about passing salt and pepper together. She said, "You never move one without the other," Meghan tells The Cut. "That's me and Harry. We're like salt and pepper. We're always together." Meghan enjoys living autonomous life, but she was initially willing to give all that up for Harry because she loves him. When they decided to get married, she required her to give up her personal social media accounts, passport, stop opening her own mail, and more accordingly to the publication. She wouldn't have given Harry a second chance if he wasn't a prince. So Angela Levin, she's the author of a new book called Camilla, From Outcast to Queen Consort. She doesn't believe that Meghan would have given Harry a chance. If he hadn't been a prince, it's unlikely that Meghan would have given him a second look. Many body language theories have popped up on TikTok that claim that Meghan is controlling Harry. Some commentators speculate that Harry is so much in love that he wasn't aware at first, but now he's reportedly showing signs of discomfort. Yes. You know why? Because his arm is starting to fall asleep from her always holding it. He's like, "Woman, would you just get off of me? Dang." He's finally getting sick of it. I know I would. It's like, constantly nagging on him, pulling on him. At some point, he's got to wake up and say, "Look, enough is enough. Leave me alone, woman." Angela Levin says that Prince Harry's book title is a tragedy. Yeah, it is a tragedy because it's as if I'm the spare. I'm just here in case something happens, which reminds me, it has been reported that Meghan Markle has said that she and Harry are one plane crash away from being on the throne. And it was reportedly recorded and it could come out. So we're waiting to see if that is something that is going to pop up as being a true story. But that has been like going around circles. Yeah. Can you believe it? Well, I can believe it. Just scandalous. I find this to be a very interesting point. So Angela Levin, she says that she is surprised that Harry, he isn't able to see more good in his life, considering after all the therapy that he has gone through. I mean, do you really need therapy to show that you have like the best of the best? You have such great life. You have seen such horrible things. You can't snap out of the fact that life is pretty good for you. You can't snap into the idea that you have a pretty good life. You have to still, woe is me, come out with this book. It's really a tragedy when you think about it. Just how they're so missing the mark around a lot of things. But hey, when you're not willing to listen, that's what happens. You kind of miss the mark. Someone wrote an interesting point and said that Prince Harry has failed 3 important women in his life, saying that first his mother, when he refused to take her call before she passed away. He was a young kid when that happened. Who could blame him? He was out playing. He didn't think he would never see his mother again. But that was a wake-up call for him. You know, appreciate the important things in life. You never know when it's going to be the last. And so the second, his grandmother, when he refused all the invitations to him to go visit her, he refused. And what happened? He ended up seeing his grandmother after it was too late. The third one would be when he's let down his sister-in-law. He had a really good relationship with his sister-in-law, and now that he has taken these turns for the worse when it comes to being in royal life, he is really disappointed the one female sister-like woman, his brother's wife. And he has really let her down, I think, because they did have a really good, close relationship. And at this point, I think all ties have been severed. So he's really not doing too well when it comes to showing himself to be dependable, reliable. He he has been very much a failure when it's come to keeping things on the tight and narrow, appreciating the things that you have while you have them, because you never know, one day it may just be not there anymore. I believe everything that we have been talking about pretty much sums it up. I mean, just like I said with that whole Vanity Fair shoot, Meghan is trying to establish herself independent from Harry. Harry's got his book. He's trying to show he's got more value than he really has. He's trying to prove something to the world. I don't know, maybe his wife, who knows? He's just lost. You just look at what they're doing and you can tell this is a couple that is just out in the world trying to do what they can with no direction, no compass, no moral direction to help them find their way in a meaningful way, something that's going to give them purpose and value. And I think essentially they have to keep doing what they're doing to hit the rock bottom, to hit the point where this snaps them out of their ignorance. It snaps them out of all the poor choices. It really gets them to wake up. You know, it's just like, you know, you got to hit rock bottom. You got to get to a place where you're just kind of like, whoa, wait a minute, what has happened? I'm not in a good spot. And then maybe you start to think better. Your choices become different and you start to have an awakening, because you can no longer go through life making choices and decisions with other people validating you, knowing that what you're doing is not going to be good for you. It's coming. The signs are there. We've seen it, and now it is starting to happen.